And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Panzer Corps 2 in Sevastopol. We've got 8 more hexes to take. And it is our turn, so it's our turn to actually start doing some of those taken. Or delete the strong point. Can you delete the strong point? You can delete the strong point. And I can probably just have the Pioneer come up and do... we'll have you do it then. There we go. And then we have the Gustav gun shoot something that's actually blocking the path. The force is moving forward. It's probably you, although it is tempting to take a pot shot at the ships. Yeah, you. Okay, drive you over there. Use you as the cover. Stop, pull over there. Cover with you. Anyhow, this is me getting distracted by forts. I should not be doing this. Because there's little payoff on that. As in, there's no payoff on that, let's say. Maybe not ideal to ambush us or ambush them on their own airfield, but we did it. Oh, that's a dirt field. Ooh. I'm just gonna be running the AA guns to bomb the shipping then. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do for the turn. Then we're going to use the big guns to push our way through this river crossing, and or just go around to the tanks at this rate. Because I'm the only one not getting chewed up by the AA. Although mine's lethal. Oh, lost my Fallschirmjäger. Broke defense on our Dornier. Yeah, I suppose I did just lose the Fallschirmjäger, so I should replace them. Might as well place put on the airfield, and then we can make them airborne next turn. I may have shot all the Soviet aircraft down at this point. Yeah, I think I might shut it all down. Which, if I have, means I can start using those recon aircraft as, you know, recon aircraft. Go. Just turn the AT, or the AA gun into an AT gun. Not the cleanest execution, but I got a bunch of prestige saved up, so it's not really a concern that we're not doing this efficiently. As long as we're doing it timely. Oh, lost another armored car. Was that the whole armored car at this point? Yeah, I lost the whole armored car. Whoops. That's actually somewhat annoying. I don't have one of those in reserve. Okay, so we'll have to replace the whole armored car. That really didn't kill it. There we go. Oh, and that didn't count for an overrun for whatever reason. Ah! We needed that to be an overrun. Slowly and steadily, we are breaking in. This river and swamp is being a little bit of a pain, because the flanking attack going around it went terribly. On the A, should save the vehicle. Okay, we're just gonna have to accept that you're gonna get AA struck. Although I can maybe soften the blow by giving you some other things to shoot at you. Okay, by brute force, we've crossed the river. That was a mistake. Not gonna lie about that. That was definitely a mistake. That was not what I intended to do. I intended to surrender. I did surrender. Go. Why not? Because you left it an open space for it to retreat into. There you go. Now it'll surrender. Give the Soviets their turn, and then clear this pocket, and we'll just be sort of swarming over Sevastopol at this point. Oh, I think we just lost that unit. Nope, decided to attack a different unit. Although it was also half a unit, so it wouldn't have been a problem if it had been destroyed. Oh, that is the problem I'm going to run into, is Sevastopol's supply hex, so circling the guys outside of it has limited utility. Circling the guys inside it has limited utility. Let me rephrase that. People outside of it still has some utility. The difficulty is, of course, that's not enough to get rid of the guys inside it. Steamroller. Any kill triggers overrun. Okay. That's nice. Let's bring in the carpet warmers, try to soften that up. Ah, no, they're out of range. Shame. That's the next paved airfield that I can bring the, Actually, I suppose that's the next paved airfield I can bring the carpet warmers up to. Just took. that'll neutralize that strong point. Yes. Promptly self-encircle yourself. That works for me. Take that supply point, which does encircle all those Russians. So instead, we just move everything west to where the location where the enemy resistance is. we go. We got 4 more hexes, but other than that one, the rest of these are going to be pretty easy to pick up. In fact, most of these are kind of blocking the artillery from rolling up in the last one. Because this is a heavy fort, and we're going to probably want the Gustav gun to shell it. Oops. Selected. Okay, we're going to cycle the turn. They're fundamentally at this point encircled, so we can take our time if we want to capture them intact, which is kind of what we want to do. Going to be a little bit of struggling where they do sort of hurt themselves. Okay. Cycle a turn. Just got the one location to overrun. It's at this point suppressed enough, it's not going to return to fire. We do get a bonus for finishing early. Honestly, I probably took longer than I needed to, but at the same time, I probably rushed bits that I didn't need to either. Didn't fall. I don't think anything I've got's got the firepower to take it out. What's going on right now? Not trivially armored. Does have pretty resistant armor on it. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go another turn, which is not what I wanted, but there we go. That's the mission. So that's Sevastopol. Yeah, it wasn't the most successful of invasions. Although, got to play around with the really big guns.
Our long-awaited summer offensive has arrived, and I want you to spearhead Case Blue and finally knock the Soviets out of this war. The ultimate goal is to reach as far as the oil fields of the Caucasus. Capturing these resources will shut down the Soviet war machine while feeding ours with precious oil.
Okay, so simple objectives: capture all the victory hexes.
Fast here at Voronezh should throw the Soviet forces into confusion. So, I recommend starting there. As you will be expected to advance huge distances, be sure to mobilize your forces appropriately. Sending the bulk of your forces between the Don and Donets rivers will enable you to capture a number of your objectives. If that complete, you should be in a prime position to launch a final assault on this objective here. Remember, this operation has just begun. Don't get us started off on the wrong foot.
Don't get us started off on the wrong foot. Historically, it would very much get them started off on the wrong foot. Aiming distance. Plus 10% accuracy to all adjacent friendly units. Nice. So yeah, this is Operation Blue, Case Blue. So we got Rostov down here. We're going all the way over to Kalach. Fair River. Malerno, Rostov, Voronezh. And yeah, 2 maps ago we were fighting over Kharkov. So you might vaguely remember. Again, we're on a slightly different scale than we were when we were on that map. But we were fighting over here 2 maps ago. Or, yeah, 2 maps ago. We had basically four deployments there. This is where the enemy was, and we were mostly over here and a little bit off map here. So it's implying that we should take Voronezh early on in this attack, and we might. historically, a lot of forces would get tied up going into Voronezh during Case Blue. In a way, actually allowing a lot of the Soviet forces to escape. A lot of the Soviet forces actually managed to pull out, partially because the Soviets had a morale failure and the units started withdrawing preemptively. Yeah, so this is the beginning of Operation Blue. Historically, a lot of the battles... This is the path that obviously is Stalingrad. So the Kloch Gap is the area over here. Stalingrad's a little bit like over here, if I'm correctly. So a lot of the major fighting before Stalingrad actually happened over in this area, right before the gates, right before Stalingrad, so basically the gates of Stalingrad. Whereas a lot of this is sort of encirclements, or attempting to encircle the Soviet forces. Historically, a lot of them escaped. And you have a lot of fighting in the Kloch Gap over here. And I think some fighting just in front of the Kloch over here. But yeah, this will be where we're playing next time. Let's, before we end the stream, see what new stuff, what new toys we have now that we're going into Case Blue. No new infantry. We've picked up a new Panzer tank. We got the Panzer N. Panzer 3N. Am I going to use it? Probably not. It's basically an upgraded... Is it an upgraded Panzer 3? In a way, I think that's actually a downgrade. Yeah, because... Oh, in a way, this is sort of the upgrade of the Panzer 4F. Yeah, it's an upgrade for Panzer 4F, basically. It's got better armor. It's got sky skirts. It's just a little... For the Panzer 3, it's a little too late. We're not going to down... Although, the other nice thing about it is it's a 2-core slot for us. That's actually interesting. Really, if we wanted to be really core slot efficient, that would be a really good vehicle. We're not going to be running it. Because I don't need to be core slot efficient. In fact, we've got 8 more core slots, and I'm about to bench the mortar, which is like 7 slots. No new reconnaissance vehicles. No new AT. Although you see I don't tend to use AT very much. I tend to use the 88 as emergency AT when I do need AT. We still have the 20 Goliaths that we saved from last time. We're probably not going to deploy them. No new fighters, no new tactical bombers, no new strategic bombers. So, really the only new toy here is the Panzer 3N. We're probably not going to use the Panzer 3N. I suppose I could have been running with prototypes on as far as traits. The prototypes may have given us something that is actually interesting at this point, but nope. Nothing particularly interesting for us right now. Unless we've got like new transit for the infantry. Not visually. Same with the 88. Nothing new for the 88. We'll take a look. I don't think we're going to get new tractors for our 21 centimeters. Nope. Yep. So yeah, probably for next time. Let's pop into units. I will go ahead and say next time. I assume I'm going to probably want to heal everyone. Heal everyone. So we're going to just press that button. We're obviously benching the mortar, so I'll just pre-bench the mortar now. If we don't have the mortar and we don't have the Gustav gun, I probably don't need these recon planes. So you can put the recon planes back in the bench. And we'll probably run something like this. We'll probably actually pull a few more of the Brooklyn Pioneer out of reserve, because we got a couple of rivers here. We got the I think it's the Rostov on Don. So I think this is Don. Yeah, this is Don. The river is labeled. Look at the labels. Yeah, so we're gonna have to be prepared to go across the Don. In particular, the Don is in various places a major river, so we can't just YOLO cross it with the tanks everywhere. Basically, and we do have to cross it. So we're gonna have to cross it to sort of encircle or well, we're either going to have to cross the Rostov, or we're going to have to cross at Kloch. And in practice, we probably are going to, because those are objectives, those are almost certainly going to be garrisoned by the Soviets. We're probably going to have to cross above, or, yeah, probably above on both cases, to get around behind to really do those. Although I could just... We're desperate, we can frontally assault them with pioneers. And then there's more minor rivers. I think starting off we're going to be running headlong into minor rivers, yeah. So we'll probably put like a Broken Pioneer pair here, Broken Pioneer pair here to go into Voronezh. It might not... yeah, we might be able to put another pair down here for going to Rostov. But yeah, we got a nice wide front. If anything, we're going to be a little threadbare going into Voronezh. And yeah, once we're in Voronezh, it's basically ride down the rail towards Kloch. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Also notably, because that is a major river, we secure Rostov, we secure Kloch, and we can catch people in the Don and destroy a bunch of people in the Don with a massive encirclement. Because the Don is a heavy river. It's a major river. And blocks logistics. It's a minor river, just... A bit weird that it's a minor river there, but I don't know the geography of the Don. But yeah, this is the map we'll be picking up next time. I suspect the next stream of Panzer Corps 2 will just be this map. Unless I decide we're going back to a 4-day, 4-game cycle. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be a part for you tomorrow, because I'm actually recorded one part ahead than I should really be. So we'll most likely be around recording the next one for you by tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, tomorrow will be Shadow Empire. Monday will be Terra Invicta, and we will be back to stream this on Tuesday. And if you're watching this on YouTube, this is probably Friday's episode, so if you can't wait to the next one, it will be on Twitch. The VODs do stay for 14 days, so you should be able to go and take a look at it. And watch it early if you can't wait. So I hope everyone has been enjoying. This is where I'm going to go ahead and put the part break in. Once again, feel free to leave comments. This is the last place where you can leave comments for Twitch and get them responded to live. And if you're leaving them on YouTube, thanks for leaving them on YouTube. I try to respond to them all. That reminds me, I do have one to go to respond to now as soon as we end this stream. So until next time, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.